Okay, so it's early in the morning. I just drove to a place where I know I cannot fly because of geozones. Now, it's actually Class G airspace, but I'm close enough to an airport that DJI does not let me fly. Now, Specta has opened up their geozones. All right, so on my Air 3S, you can see I have an authorization zone, but on my Specta Air, no such thing. So let's try and get these things in the air and see what happens. Now, when I try to take off with the Air 3, I get an authorization zone. It's asking me to unlock. There is a process to get these things off the ground. I've made a video. There are lots of other videos out there, but that's not the point here. Now let's see what happens. We try the Specta. Yep, we're flying. So maybe you're wondering about the Specta Mini. Yep, it also will fly in these authorization zones. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about how to do this and who is Specta and what's going on here. All right, so what's going on here? First, you need to understand what is Specta. And the Specta company basically will take DJI hardware, right? This is the exact same drone on the inside, on the outside, as the DJI Air 3, the double camera. It is a fantastic camera. Double 1/1.3-inch sensors, 48 megapixels. We've got the 46-minute battery, the 20-kilometer range. That's over 12 miles. This thing is a beast. It's a great drone. I'll show you some pictures and videos coming out of this thing. You can decide for yourself. But yeah, it is DJI quality from a company called Specta, right? They license it from them, or they have some sort of agreement to sell these drones. They're only sold on Amazon in the United States, so that is a caveat for you. But yeah, they've unlocked the geozone. The geofencing does not exist as far as I can tell on this drone. I will have to do some more testing. But how does that work? So power on your drone, of course, in the upper right-hand corner, tap on those three dots, scroll all the way over to the right where it is about, and you're going to scroll down to the fly safe data. Check for updates. You need to be on 01.00.01.36. And once you update that, geozones goodbye. Same thing, same process with the Specta Mini, and yeah. Geozones, adios. Now, for the record, I think geozones are important. I think they are a good thing, but they can be difficult to navigate, especially if you've already got authorization to fly in that space. I think it's important for pilots to be safe, to follow the rules. You should not be flying where you're not allowed to. Geozones do that. Geofencing kind of locks you out in areas where maybe you should be able to fly, but you can't. For example, where I was this morning over by Lumalnati's, that's Class G airspace. I should be able to fly there when I want to. But because it is within 5 miles of an airport, DJI has deemed it not safe for people to fly, and then I have to go through this unlocking process, which, you know, you need an internet connection to do so. The Specta Mini is basically the DJI 4K, and if you're looking for a small compact drone, 30-minute flight time, 4K camera, it's a pretty solid option. And this one right now is $240. Prices fluctuate. Usually it's a little bit closer to $300, but that's a heck of a deal for a brand new drone with some really interesting capabilities. I'll show you some videos coming out of this thing. It is fantastic. I took it on vacation with me, but Specta sells a fantastic product and at a decent price, right? So sure, you could opt for the Specta or you could opt for the Air 3. Why should you go with Specta? Well, geozones, geofencing, that's kind of a big deal. But also for $1,000, actually this morning I checked, it's only $900. You get this package with this remote controller with a built-in screen. That's definitely a positive. And I've done a bunch of videos on the Specta. I've done a bunch of videos on the Air 3. I've done videos on the Mini 4K, the Specta Mini. So if you want more information on any of these drones, you're going to want to check that out. But this geofencing, still need to do some testing. And yes, you still need to fly safely. Kind of an interesting option for some people. Okay, so a couple of quick things. One, people are concerned, can you get additional batteries? And the answer is yes. Sometimes they're available through their Amazon store, but sometimes you just have to email them directly. I'll put that information in the description down below. And no, you cannot use DJI batteries. They will not work. No, you cannot use DJI remote controllers. That also does not work. Chargers do, right? I do charge these with my DJI chargers, and that is kind of helpful. Also, previously with the Specta Mini, you could not fly this with iOS. It is now compatible with both Android and iOS, so pretty much anybody can fly this thing. So if you're looking for one of these drones, I've got links down below. Yes, they're affiliate links, but they help support this channel so I can keep making content for you. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you back. So subscribe and learn a little bit more about some of these drones. And if you're interested in becoming a Part 107 pilot, we do have some tutorials and some videos to help you do that. More information down below as well. Thanks for watching.